Jah Chall the Great was born on 12th of July 1988. With sparkling deep grey eyes, he was a simply gorgeous baby. So beautiful, in fact, that many thought he was a lady. What a beautiful baby girl, they'd say as strangers would walk by. It was very obvious that this angel must have fallen from the sky, born with a full head of curly black luscious locks, with tiny little feet that were dressed in cotton socks. Jah was a real mummy's boy, being his mother's firstborn child. He was full of so much energy, so fun and free and wild. He was completely spoilt rotten, for they knew he was a king, and all the family members used to buy him everything. Poochie was his favourite toy. He had a special pillow too, that he would carry round with him, whatever he would do. He liked to suck 2 fingers and never sucked his thumb. Completely full of energy, he would tire out his mum. Jah was the perfect example of unconditional love, a true real-life angel sent from up above. They used to travel to New Zealand to visit their extended fam, and one time the trip did not exactly go to plan. They confiscated Jah's formula, the only one he drank, and he refused to drink the local one and claimed it really stank. "Yuck! Poo-poo milk!" he yelled as he spat it out in a fit. But his grandma gave him cha tea and he absolutely loved it. He would question absolutely everything and always had an opinion, much to his teachers' dismay as their patience would run thin. He was incredibly cheeky and often very geeky. He'd play Nintendo with Roshan for hours at a time, and one time at 10 years old he drank all his father's wine. He loved Blink-182 and would play it very loud so everyone in the neighbourhood could hear the rock band's sound. He was such a charming young man with a solid heart of gold, kind, polite and gentle. He always did what he was told, unless it required cleaning or any form of physical exercise, for those were not king-worthy. Those were tasks he did despise. Yes, our Jah certainly was a king. He was our everything. He brought so much joy to everyone he ever met. He lived life to the fullest. He didn't feel regret. He would light up the crowd and every single room. If he'd married, he would have made the perfect husband and groom. He was much like Peter Pan. He never really grew up. He was fully committed to everything that he loved, from podcast host to a band leader to a professor and a comic book reader. His smile was so infectious, and his laughter was so strong. He would write the most incredible, meaningful of songs. The last album that he wrote was about his dearest dad, but he couldn't release it after he passed. He was just too sad. He loved his mum more than anything ever on this earth, and never really left her side since the day of his birth. She was his rock and his queen, and she encouraged all his dreams. You see, Jah's the most beautiful soul that you could ever find, keeping us all young in spirit and in mind. Charming and humble, intelligent and witty, the one true king of this fine city. His light shines on this planet more than any angel before, for he was pure and precious right down to his core. He's watching over us. He's the brightest light. He'll do whatever he can to guide us to do right. We know his gracious father met him at the gates. He shared so many of his amazing traits. He was such a loyal friend, one we could all trust. He truly meant the world to each and every one of us. Now he's a superhero in true form. His powers are stronger than ever before. Jah will be waiting for each and every one of us. He'll meet us at the gates, driving God's party bus. He'll be setting up the best ever after party to hit the heavenly space, with VIP access for all of his mates. He'll be jamming a song as we all arrive, making sure he doesn't miss one member of our tribe. He's a rock star, a saint, and an absolute legend, forever our son, brother and friend. He will eternally bring light and laughter to everyone. He will always be our king of fun. And we will all meet in every lifetime again and again, for our souls are intertwined from beginning to end.